Welcome back. The main purpose of this video is to provide an overview of relational databases. This video helps you to get a basic understanding of the relational databases. By the end of this video, you'll be able to know the relational databases, Entity Relationship Diagram, which is also known as the ERD, RDBMS, and main operations that are used in DBMS, Database Management System. Before getting into the relational database, let's try to understand what a database is. We can actually define a database as a digital storage of data. Typically, they are stored in a computer. Well, you might have worked on a spreadsheet or CSV files a lot, which contain rows and columns in the sheet. To make it simple to understand, you can think of a database as a collection of spreadsheet or the CSV files stored digitally in one place. It may contain one or more than one table. Each table in a database is structured in a table format consisting of rows and columns. Here we have two tables in a database. They are an employee table and the other one is the department table. If you look at it, employee table has 4 rows and 5 columns, whereas department table has 3 rows and 2 columns. Now that you have learned what a database is, let's talk about relational database. As you know, a database may contain more than one table. Somehow the multiple tables in a database are related to each other. Hence they are also called as relational databases. Here in this example, employee table and department table are related based on the department ID, which is a common field between these tables. Therefore, you can basically call a database a collection of several related tables, where the database schema stores the information regarding these tables. For instance, how they are related to each other. And SQL is used to query tables from such relational databases. Now, next, let's talk about the Entity Relationship Diagram, which is also known as ERD. Let's look at the simple ERD here, also known as ER model. ERD in SQL is a quick view of the logical structure of the data in a database. ERD provides a high-level conceptual data model. It is a best practice to design an ERD before implementing a database. These are the 3 key concepts considered while creating ERD. The first is entities, the second is attributes, and the other one is the relationship. Well, the ERD shows what are the entities, or also the tables in a database. What are the attributes, that is variables stored in a table, and how the variables are related to each other across tables in a database. For data scientists, it may provide quick insight about available data and hence help to plan the analytics work accordingly. So here in our hiring, let's call it HR database, we have shown ERD with 2 entities, that is department and employee. Each of the entities have several attributes. For instance, the department table has department ID, name, and location attributes. ERD also shows how department and employee tables are related to each other. Here, they have one-to-many relationship, meaning the employee table may contain multiple departments depending upon which department an employee works. In the ERD, the infinity symbol indicates the many side of the table in the one-to-many relationships. Here, department ID is a primary key in the department table, whereas it is foreign key in the employee table. PK, also known as the primary key, is a column in a table whose values are unique, and foreign key is a column or columns in a table whose values correspond to primary key in another table. So, relational database management system, let's talk about that a little bit in detail. As I talked earlier, SQL is used to query tables from relational databases. To manage the tables in relational databases, there are various management systems called Relational Database Management Systems, also known as RDBMS. The most commonly used RDBMS are Oracle, PL SQL, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MySQL, MariaDB, SQLite, and so on. Now we talked about the relational database management system. Let's talk a little bit on the different operations that are done in the database management system. So the main operations, there are like four basic operations, major operations done in the database management systems. And these operations in SQL are mainly categorized into DDL, data definition language. It includes creating data structure, meaning defining various data types. The other operation is DQL, also known as the data query language, which is actually used for the retrieval of information, such as using select statement in the query. The third one is the DML, the data manipulation language. It helps to perform various data manipulation operations such as insert, update, and delete, and so on. The fourth one is the related to the data control language, which is also called DCL. It controls on user access, maintain data integrity, and some of the functions used are like grant and revoke. All right, there you have it. We just learned about the database, relational database, ERD, and basic operations in DBMS. Hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to the next video. Happy learning. Bye.